out here in Jersey. I need to come. I got my daughter's birthday around, Halloween. So, yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of times, and I'm hoping even with work, because my boss is cool. Like my boss is like, "Yo, what the fuck?" He goes, "I want you to be a guinea pig." To be honest, he's like, "If you like it out there, he's like, I might even go out there." I'm like, I didn't even know. He's like, "Don't tell nobody." I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, but that's the good thing that's the good option of working remotely. But that's just giving you more of a push to leave and go. Like, yo, if your job is telling you go, there's really nothing holding you back.
Yeah, no, my boss asked me, "When are you going?" I'm like, I told him I don't know yet.
It shouldn't be like that. The only thing you should be thinking about is like, all right, if I don't pass this real estate here, at least I know enough knowledge that I could take it over there now. And that's it.
Like I was saying, like, so going back to the real estate, I wasn't even like when I was taking it, I think my girl asked me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I don't know. But I'm like, the only good thing I could say is that regardless of that, I'm more ambitious to do something. Like now, like even when it comes to fucking like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think whatever, Monday. Now I'm already so used to working till 10 that I'm working a little bit extra like on a Monday with my own work. Or if not, I'm looking at spots in Florida. Mm-hmm. So like it's now pushed me to, it's just kind of like, and we'll talk about when we get to TV shows, but looking at the Mark Wahlberg, that motherfucker pushes so hard.
All 6 episodes?
And we'll get into it. And that, I'm like, yo, so like doing this shit and like...
And he has money already.
Exactly. And the first week, like I said, was hard for me. But the second or third week, I'm like, yo, it feels good to be learning something new. It feels good to kind of be doing something. Like, I'm like, it feels good. I'm like, so I'm like, even if whatever happens, because like Al said, I wanted to do it just for the weekends, not as a career, but who knows. My thing was, I would like to buy a house. I don't know too much on a house. I'm not a construction type. I don't know how to fix shit. I couldn't even fucking hang a fucking poster in my house. But I was like, if I could learn about houses, and then if I could also do it on the side, that would be dope. And then, so yes, I was thinking those two. I'm like, if I could learn about it and then also make some money on the side on the weekends, just do open houses. And then like now, since I've been doing this, there's people who just do referrals.
Yeah.
There's these guys that you don't need to be so much of a agent to be so much. You don't have to do legwork. You just refer them to another agent and you just say, yo, give me 3%. I'm going to hand you over to this person. So... Yeah.
Because basically, you're still going to make your little money on that. It's just in 2 days. Mm-hmm. Or even if you're at home working from home and you could tell, I'm on my lunch break, I'm going to go show a house. Instead of eating a sandwich at home, yo, I'm going to take my lunch break for an hour and a half. Yo, meet me here. This is what we got, this house. Okay, boom.
The good thing I could say with sales is that, at least in my job, I could pretty much do my own sort of schedule. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's certain meetings I have to be there. But like my boss tells me, if you have to do something, just is your schedule. You book it. As long as he goes, I know you're not fucking up. So if I have to go take a vaccine shot, let's say at 12 o'clock, is your schedule. Just book it out. So that way, when someone goes, yo, I want to set up a meeting with Lee. Oh, I can't. He's out of pocket 12 to 1.
That's the same so I gotta thing do another time.
That's a good thing.
I book my loans.
Yeah.
At a certain time when I'm able. If I could book 3 loans back to back, it's great.
Yeah.
Like today, I went for 3 hours. If I was able to get a loan in today, my boss was like, yo, work on these things first, but if you could, in between, book a loan, why not? That's more money in your pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm selling not selling myself, but my selling skills got to improve now. You know, my talking points are there because I could always talk to anybody.
Yeah.
It's just now giving key and powerful words for them to hear and go, oh shit, I need this also.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to do that with my sales, because then I could be like, okay, I'm basically doing a sales job right now.
Yeah.
People are applying to what I do, but I got to sell you certain things on top of that loan.
Excuse me.
So my skills got to be on point now. So now I could take this skill to anywhere else, any other job. So that's why I'm like, recording everything I'm doing. I'm like, all right, 6 months, my resume on boom, 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 and then I'm gonna just shoot it out there again, see what I can reel in.
That's what it is, man. You're learning new shit, and the more you learn, then you take that little piece,
and
then you go somewhere else. You learn that shit, and then you take it somewhere else.
Dude, I take interviews for the lowest companies now. I do good. I'm just bullshitting in these interviews now, but I do it just to see where I'm at. And it's good. It's always good to see what repertoire you have when it comes to interviewing. But yeah, man, it's good that Chuleta Lee's looking into doing the Florida thing. We will be doing more of the Zoom podcast, but I prefer. I think if the move does go through, I would like to do more of the video podcast like that. You guys could see it, and we could definitely put it up on YouTube, and definitely give you guys the audio version also in our like father station Spreaker, because Spreaker's been good to us. And like I said, that's our main source where you guys could listen to us. But if for some reason you guys don't have that Spreaker app, we're basically in all the major podcast platforms, and you guys could find us there. But yeah, after August, we'll probably be doing more of the video podcast between us. We'll still be drinking and taking shots.
And that, like Al said, vice versa. If they then 3 or 4, depending on, if they want to take advantage and just fucking is January and it's cold and they want to get the fuck out of there, and if we are living out there, they could just, like I said, we're planning to get a 2-bedroom or even 3, just because of that, because that way people just want to visit. It's a cheap flight, come through, you don't have to pay for no hotel, just get your flight, come out there, chill for a little bit, and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's what's going on, but we'll talk more about that. Other than that, we were talking about like when we first started the show with the test, the testing thing, which is the
oh my god, the signal.
I haven't heard of that shit in a while, and they do the same thing for both radio and TV, right? Yeah. So back in the days, people who haven't never experienced that other than today, but I'm sure most of you have, is that back in the days, whenever you heard radio, they'll say this is a test or whatever the case may be, and then they will do that little alarm sound, and
But growing up, I always wonder, why are they doing this?
Yeah.
You know, is it a war? Is it aliens coming? Like,
yeah.
You never, like...
Yeah.
And it'll come in the TV, and you'd be like, you're in the middle of watching something, but it was always on the Spanish channel for some reason. Yeah. That was always my mom, and me like, yo, what the hell's coming? Is it like a war's coming?
Yeah. No, same thing. Like, I remember, like, if you were hanging out in the block and somebody had a boombox, because back in the days, when you hung out in the block, somebody had a radio. So whoever had the radio out will have... at that time, there was radio stations. So you had WBLS, which I think is it 105.1 or 107.5?
107.5.
That was 107.5 for hip hop. If you wanted to listen to hip hop, it was 107.5. There was another station called 98.7, which I think now is ESPN. That was where I think Cool DJ, Red Alert DJ, and then so there were a few stations. If you wanted to listen to hip hop, or that's what we listened to. Back in the days, they didn't have a Spanish station. I think not. They have maybe AM was for Spanish, but I think so. But for English, if you wanted to listen to English, which we mostly listen to, we would listen to the just 2 hip hop stations. So anybody who was outside, you'll be listening to whoever was rapping, and then that shit will come on. You'll all look at each other like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
'Cause you know what?
Like Al said, you think aliens coming.
Or
war. Or
when was it? This week sometime. I was driving to work, and then and I was singing along. because I think they were playing DMX, because this whole week they've been playing a lot of DMX.
Yeah.
Today was his viewing at Barclays Center.
Yes.
So they've been playing a lot of DMX, and then and I was hyped to it, singing, and then out of the middle, bing, bing. This is just a test. If something, and then I realized, I have not heard this in such a long time, because they used to do it for the weather.
Yes.
When there's like a blizzard coming or like thunderstorm, but most of the time they should just do it to keep us aware if something was going on. And I'm like, when I started watching movies, I'm like, they're only gonna do this when it's like an atomic bomb is coming, like, or a war is gonna break out in the middle of Washington Heights. Growing like, why did I need that alarm when I'm growing up in Washington Heights? Like, if another country comes to war with the United States, are they gonna fight in the middle of the fucking Washington? No, they're not gonna go to Washington Heights. But they wanted us to be aware of like an emergency. Yeah. And they never told us where to go.
Oh yeah, no.
It was just you hear the eat bang bang. They didn't say, if this is a true emergency, you should drive to Wichita and go into a bunker or what. They never said anything. It was just, this is just a test and only a test. What happened if it was real?
Yeah, I know, like the same shit. Like, what about what happened on TV? Especially if you're watching something you're really into, that you're watching, you're like, what the fuck? And then the first thing you do is you go to another channel. It's happening here.
And it's there too.
And then you start freaking out. When it's happening in all the channels, you're like, oh shit. Algo pasó. And then you're like, holy shit, what the fuck happened? Like, what's going on? But it wasn't like nowadays. Like, nowadays, we know, like, there's so much, like, from our phones. I get updates on if the Yankees won, Knicks won before I go to
now
ESPN.
We get the Amber Alerts if you got an iPhone.
Everything comes from our phones.
Yeah.
Weather, my phone. Any sort of like a alert, anything, I find out more or less first on my phone than I do anywhere else. Like, I think I shared something with Al on wrestling. I'm like, this girl got suspended. And I was like, I found it because I got an alert that's saying that she got suspended. But it's like, back in the days when we didn't have that.
How come we don't get alerts when there's like a massive shooting in the school or when the 9/11 thing happened? Like, they had those alerts on our phone back then. Or they had the alerts on the TV. When that happened with the World Trade Center, I didn't hear one time, bang, this is an emergency. This is going on. Like, I did not hear that. But they test it all the time, and it just brought memories. It's like another memory that I have growing up. When I'm watching TV at home, when I grew up in the Heights, the signal goes away of the channel, and the American song comes on with the flag. That means the channel's about to like knock out for like 5 hours.
Oh yeah,
you remember that?
Yes. I forgot about that.
It'll be like 12 o'clock at night or something, and it could be channel, I don't know, Telemundo or whatever channel. Yeah. Then it's the snow part comes in the thing, and then the flag, you see it, and then this is whatever. The TV channel is about to go off. And they have the flag with the American song. I have not seen that in a minute. Like, I stay up in my house till 2-3 in the morning watching TV. I've not seen that flag and the TV channel about to go off. Because now they keep playing constantly over and over 24-hour TV because they know people are up different times. People work different schedules. I could be working overnight schedule and come home at 6 in the morning. I don't want to watch TV, so I guess that's what they don't do it now. But they do is keep repeating the same show over and over again after a certain time, like ESPN, Sports Center. For 8, 9, 10 hours, they keep repeating the same shit over and over again until like 7 in the morning, where they switch the host. Yeah, MTV keeps playing reruns of ridiculousness over and over again.
Yeah, that Rob Dyrdek is getting paid.
Yeah,
bro.
So what happened to those? Like, I guess channels are getting more money now because they're seeing that people are working different schedules, or people are go to sleep at different times. back then did they want us to all fall asleep at the same time because they were trying to keep all us Americans,
I think they just didn't have